Look at yourself in that mirror. You keep smiling while they twist the knife deeper. I see you, warrior, hiding your battle scars behind that fake grin, acting like their whispers don't cut you when you walk away. That smile has become your greatest weakness. They trained you well, didn't they? To swallow sharp blades and call it courage, to bare your neck and label it faith. How many years have you been drinking their venom and mistaking it for affection? Hear me clearly. This world wasn't made for the tender-hearted, not built for those who wear their spirit on display, who give trust like it's endless treasure. You've been believing a deadly lie, that real loyalty gets loyalty back. But see the truth. Your faithfulness makes you easy to predict. Your steadiness makes you simple to use. Your mercy makes you quick to discard. Ever notice this pattern? The second you start valuing yourself, they get uneasy. The moment you create limits, they mark you as trouble. When you stop answering fast, stop giving reasons, stop running after them, they attack. Curious, isn't it? Your self-worth threatens their grip on you. What they miss about you isn't actually you. It's what you gave them. Your usefulness, your readiness to shrink so they could feel bigger. Take this harsh truth. You must destroy the parts of you that hunger for outside approval. That weak creature begging for praise must vanish without mercy. Pull it into the dark corners of your mind and end it quietly. When they wonder what happened to who you used to be, give nothing but that cold grin of someone who finally saw their true value. Real strength isn't found in fighting back. It grows from cutting ties, from the empty space you create when you pull your energy from those who drain you dry. They deserve no goodbye speech, no reasons, just absence. A phantom where you once stood, gone without warning, leaving only questions bouncing off walls they thought would always hold you in. What truly haunts people isn't your parting words, it's the silence after. The untouchable void where your presence once filled their needs. They don't miss who you are, they miss what you provided. This truth marks your first step toward breaking free. You've been reading their actions wrong. They didn't leave because you weren't enough. They left because you were too much. Too real in a world of fakers. Too deep among shallow swimmers. Too awake among those committed to sleepwalking through life. You spilled oceans for those who wouldn't offer a single drop back. You carved out space in your world for those who wouldn't clear an inch in theirs. You prayed for souls who cursed your name behind your back. Being alone isn't your enemy, it's your training ground. True warriors walk by themselves before they lead others. They cross through flames while watchers stay safe on distant hills. Crowds cheer your wins but vanish during your struggles. Accept this truth and turn it to your advantage. Quit hunting for praise. Quit expecting backup. Quit thinking anyone waits to celebrate your comeback. Your strongest weapon is when they underestimate you. Let them think you're beaten. Let them believe you've given up. Then rise like shadow from burnt ground, quiet, shapeless, unstoppable. No announcements, no warnings, just proof of change through results they cannot ignore. You owe nobody the broken version of yourself they got comfortable using. If you've healed, they'll call you cold. If you've set boundaries, they'll call you selfish. If you've grown beyond their reach, they'll say you've changed. Perfect. Let them talk. Let them choke on the silence you leave behind. Your new language is distance. Your new answer is success. Your new identity is movement, with or without witnesses. The heart of your rebirth isn't outside praise, but personal victory. that comes when you stop accepting disrespect masked as closeness. When you stop giving endless chances to those who wasted the first one. They mocked your intensity, called you too much, because your authenticity showed their emptiness. When you speak truth, reject pretending, and demand substance, you become dangerous, a mirror they can't stand to face. Their distance isn't rejection, it's retreat from what they can't control. You stay trapped in cycles of letdown because you mistake potential for reality. You keep investing in emotional bankrupts, expecting returns they can't deliver. You keep building homes in hearts that were only meant to be temporary shelters. The answer isn't found in changing others, but in reshaping yourself. Become unreachable to those who reached for you only when easy. Become unreadable to those who mistook your kindness for weakness. True transformation doesn't announce itself, it shows in absence. They won't realize what they've lost until the space you filled stays empty, despite their attempts to fill it. They'll feel your absence like ghost pain, a limb gone but still sending signals to the brain. Real detachment isn't the showy, "I'm over it," posted for attention. It's the ice-cold silence that makes them question if you ever existed at all. It's the vacuum left when a star dies. You don't heal betrayal with fresh chances. You heal it with distance, with silence, with achievements they can't claim or touch. The gentleness in you wasn't wrong. It was just given to unworthy hands. That dreamer who believed love conquers all needs rewiring, not destruction. Love conquers nothing when the other side treats connection like business. Your hurt isn't forever, though it feels endless because you keep checking the wound, reopening it with memories, replaying the moment of impact instead of the lesson inside it. You're hooked on the story, not the reality, remembering promises while forgetting lies. They chose to ignore your worth. They chose to exploit your openness. They knew your seriousness and used it against you. Your job isn't fixing them. It's transforming yourself into someone beyond their reach, someone they fear losing, not someone they use when bored. Get fierce about your peace, unbending about your standards, relentless about your boundaries. Sorry words aren't payment. Words don't erase damage. Let them carry the weight of what they did. You've carried it long enough. The most crushing truth isn't their betrayal. It's that you saw the warning signs and chose to ignore them. You watched them pull back and you pushed forward. You noticed the shrinking returns and increased your investment. You recognized the mask but chose to believe it was their true face. That's what keeps you awake. Not what they did, but what you allowed. Turn that regret into rocket fuel. Let it thrust you toward a version of yourself they won't recognize when your paths cross again. They laughed at your dedication. They dismissed your discipline. They belittled your growth. Now answer without words, without excuses, without debate. Respond with progress. Reply with transformation. Answer with undeniable results. Rise before the sun. Cut out distractions. Harden your body like forging raw steel. Grow your mind like building an unbreakable fortress. Gather knowledge like storing weapons. Become so locked in, so disciplined, so formidable that their names fade from your thoughts. You don't need final talks or explanations. You need to vanish, complete, sudden, permanent. Fall in love with distance, become one with silence. Make solitude your kingdom. The old version of you needed approval. The new you thrives in isolation. There's matchless power in standing alone. No distractions, no games, no compromise. When you finally see the face looking back at you in that mirror, not for its looks but for its strength, you'll understand you've become untouchable. Let them think you're bitter. Let them believe you've hardened. Keep them guessing, keep them distant. Your energy is precious. Stop giving it to those who couldn't even afford basic respect. Your presence is a gift, not a right. Move through rooms like you own the silence between spoken words. Carry yourself with the quiet certainty of someone with nothing to prove but everything to guard. True weakness isn't showing feeling. It's letting pain shrink you rather than expand you. It's continuing to offer goodwill to those who've repeatedly proven unworthy. It's answering people who vanished when you needed support most. You've been caught in this loop too long, being overly understanding, patient, forgiving. It earned you sleepless nights and empty promises. They used your openness. They took your kindness as something owed. You thought showing care would inspire care back. Instead, you became convenience, someone they returned to when better options disappeared. The deepest cut isn't their betrayal, but your willing part in your own shrinking. You allowed re-entry without accountability, acceptance without change. But now you evolve, now you transform. Let that fire burn away what's soft in you until only iron will remains. People don't respect comfort, they respect limits. They don't value presence until faced with absence. They don't appreciate access until it's completely gone. Grow the courage to be misunderstood, the strength to be disliked, the resolve to be alone until solitude reveals your true self beneath the mask you built for others' approval. When you've faced yourself in complete isolation and survived that reckoning, nothing outside can break you. You've already endured the ultimate test, existing without distraction, confrontation without escape. Stop trying to fix connections already broken. Stop trying to rebuild what others purposely destroyed. You speak loyalty to those who only know convenience. Release them, not with rage but with finality. You carry depth they find unsettling, truth they find scary, vision they find intimidating. That's why they pull away, why they claim you've changed. Indeed you have, from foundation to peak. Walk as though each step declares freedom. Breathe as though air belongs only to you. Move with the certainty of someone answerable only to themselves. That's when whispers become respect. When casual disregard transforms into careful distance, your silence becomes weaponized. Your boundaries become unbreakable. Your focus becomes unstoppable. Every improvement, every advance, every rise silently warns. I am not who I was. Approach with caution. You've finally seen the truth. Love without respect is manipulation. Loyalty without return is slavery. And you belong to no one but yourself.